Welcome to the Cosmos Study Circle YouTube. This YouTube provides information about the aspirants who are going to appear at the Neet examination. Today's topic is a structural organization of cell organelles. It will be discussed in very short form and will be continued for further studies. Hence, we are here to take notice of size and shape of the cell and would be continued thereafter, which will include cell wall, primary cell wall, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, peroxisome, Golgi complex, etc. All the cellular organelles will be discussed in this topic. So let's have a look at the size and shape of the cell. The diameter of most of the cell ranges from 0.4 micron to 20 micron. That is, 1 micron is equal to 0.001 mm. The largest known cell is the egg of an ostrich, which can be as long as 170 millimeter. The smallest cell is perhaps yet to be discovered. The shape also varies and depends upon the environmental conditions, surrounding functions and needs of organisms. Simple bacteria can be of rod-shaped, spiral, oval, round, etc. The shapes of desmides and diatoms are varied. Amoeba keeps on changing its shape. The body of unicellular marine alga, Acetabularia, is differentiated into a rhizoid-like base, a long and a slender stalk, and an umbrella-like cap. The RBCs of human beings are round, whereas the muscle cells are long and with pointed ends. Animal cells are capable of changing their shapes, but the shape of plant cell is fixed due to the presence of cellulose cell wall. Have a look at the cell wall. The cell wall gives a definite shape and provides protection to the protoplasm. It is non-living in nature and is impermeable. Adjacent cells in the plant body remain interconnected by plasmodesmata. Cell wall is composed chiefly of cellulose. Cellulose is most abundant organic polymer. It is polysaccharide occurring as the major structural cell wall material in the plant kingdom. Some fungi have it as a component of their hyphal walls, a long chain polysaccharide of repeating cellulose units. It may also be considered as a long chain of beta 1,4 linked glucose units. Hydrogen bonding both within each molecule as well as between parallel molecules, producing crystalline microfibrils, gives cellulose its great tensile strength, but microfibrils can be loosened by lower pH. An effect of auxins on the cell, allowing for wall extension in cell growth when major cellulose may be laid down between existing microfibrils. With lignin, it forms lignocellulose. The fibrous texture of cellulose is responsible for its use in textile industries such as cotton, linen, artificial silk, etc. Have a look at the cell wall, what it is made of. That is, cell wall consists of three parts. First is lamella, second is primary wall, and third is secondary wall. Have a look at the middle wall, middle lamella. Middle lamella chiefly consists of pectic acid in the form of calcium and magnesium salts. Pectic acid is long polygalacturonic acid compound in which alpha-D-galacturonic acid units are joined together by glycosidic linkages in 1:4. It is hydrophilic in nature. The second is primary wall. Primary wall chiefly consists of cellulose, a long straight chain polysaccharide in which beta-D-glucose units are joined together by glycosidic linkage, that is in 1:4. An association of about 100 cellulose chains is termed as a micelle. 20 micelles constitute a microfibril, while in an aggregation of 250 microfibrils is called the fibril. Cellulose is strongly hydrophilic in nature. You must remember this. Cellulose is strongly hydrophilic in nature. Besides cellulose, the primary wall also contains lignin, hemicellulose, some pectin substances and proteins which form the amorphous matrix. Number 3, the secondary wall. It is more pronounced in dead cells such as trichids and sclerenchyma. It chiefly consists of cellulose and lignin. 3 distinct layers have been observed in secondary wall, each having different but definite orientation of the cellulose strands. You may compare primary wall with the secondary wall in the following respective points. Number 1, extensible layer in case of the primary wall, and in secondary wall, non-extensive layer. Number 2, dispersed texture of the microfibrils, but in case of secondary wall, it is parallel texture of microfibrils, that is 2 long axes. Number 3, a smallest cellulose units, micelle or microfibrils, are present in the primary cell wall, where it is in secondary cell wall, a smallest cellulose unit microfibrils or fibril are present. Number 4, cellulose 5 to 5.2% is available in the primary wall, whereas cellulose is present in amount of 50 to 94% in the secondary wall. Number 5, lipid content is 5 to 10% in case of primary wall, but normally no lipid is found in the secondary wall. Number 6, protein about 5% available in the primary wall, but in secondary wall it is present in very low amount. Number 7, hemicellulose is 50%, and the case of secondary wall it is 25%. The other cell organelles will be discussed in the next YouTube. Till then, wait.
हमारे चैनल की सभी तरह की नोटिफिकेशन पाने के लिए चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और वीडियो को लाइक और शेयर करें।